Now, earlier I spoke with political analyst Eleanor Clift about her take on whether or not Flynn broke the law.
What he did could potentially be described in a court of law as treasonous, cavorting with a country that's an adversarial power and potentially undermining the administration that's in power. But nobody has been prosecuted under that for as long as I can remember. So I think it's really more about he's violated the norms. We have one president at his time, and he was on the phone basically telling, apparently, the Russians, don't worry about the sanctions, we'll take care of it once our guy is in. I think the big question that's out there is, did Michael Flynn have those conversations with then President-elect Trump's knowledge, with his encouragement? In other words, what did now President Trump know, and when did he know it? And the fact that they have sat on for 2 weeks information that came from the Justice Department about the potential blackmailing problems associated with this is also troublesome.
Yeah, because it makes you wonder, if they've known this for a month, why is he submitting his resignation now?
Right. It's as though they were hoping it was going to go away, and that's all in fitting with the attitude of this administration, that what President Trump wants is paramount, and what he believes, everyone must believe. And he was dedicated to Michael Flynn. Michael Flynn spent a lot of time with him on the campaign. He was one of the few military people who stepped up, and loyalty matters to President Trump.
Eleanor, we're now in day 24 of the Trump presidency, and we've seen one thing after another. Have you ever seen, you've been covering Washington for a long time, how unprecedented is this?
Again, it's not like anything we've seen before. Other administrations have lost a nominee here and there. Other administrations have had difficulty confirming their cabinet. He has the slowest confirmation rate since George Washington. And you could say, okay, the Democrats are obstructing and they're playing politics, yes. But the people he has put in place many of them are in complete variance with what he promised during the campaign. He was going to rid Washington of dependence on Wall Street. He was going to drain the swamp. He's filled the swamp again with people that it's correct that there's some pushback against the people he's surrounding himself with.
2 questions for you. One, do you think there will be any kind of congressional investigation? Number one. Number two, turmoil at the National Security Council. It has to have global implications.
One, yes, there will be a congressional investigation. 1 or 2 committees already underway, and in the Senate, you've got John McCain and Lindsey Graham, Republicans, who are very much insistent on seeing this through to the end, this Russian connection. Global implications, you wonder how this group can respond if there's a genuine crisis. And we've seen the beginning of a crisis with the North Korean ballistic missile this week, and you see them over cocktails and dinner at his resort, compromising security in the way they...
The Republicans would say we're making too much of a big deal out of this. Contacts with Russia, what's the big deal? Having cocktails and talking. I mean, I have heard many of them say the media especially is making a big deal out of nothing.
Well, the Republicans love the fact that they have the White House and they have the Congress and they potentially have the Supreme Court. And it's going to take a lot for them to walk away from this president.
Part of my conversation with Eleanor Clift there.